We fell out of love like shooting stars, came crashing down, and we're building back up again now. I see your heart, see your mind, see all you hide. I won't let you go, can't let this die. When you lose yourself, I'll be right beside you. I see your heart, see your mind, see all you hide. I won't let you go, can't let this die. When you lose yourself, I'll be right beside you.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the power of makeup. What's up, guys? So do you notice anything different? I hope so. I have a new kind of background. I have a new ring light. So if the lighting is a little off or weird, hopefully it's amazing. But if it's not, it's just because I've never used this type of lighting. That is what's going on right now. So if things look a little different, hopefully not bad, that is why. But today I'm going to be doing a super exciting video. This is the new Too Faced Power of Makeup by Nikki Tutorials. It's basically like a full collection. It has a palette and it comes with a bunch of other stuff, which I'm about to show you. So this is the outside packaging and it's super pretty. Everything kind of goes together very well. The actual palette itself looks the same, so it's super cute. It does come with, what is that, 9 shadows, 2 blushes, 1 bronzer, and a highlight. I've heard very mixed reviews about this collection, so I'm very eager to test it out because I did order a second one when I ordered this. I want to do a giveaway for you guys when I hit 1,000 subscribers. I am not there yet. I just hit 700 this weekend, so I'm hoping it will come soon, but when it does, if this is good, this will be part of the giveaway, this whole collection that I'm talking about. If it's not, then I will return it and find something else for you. It also comes with this bag, which again looks the same as everything else. Now the booklets isn't something I typically even look at, but it has Nikki's face on everything. And she basically does like little tutorials for you, and it's just so cool that it's her. Like if it was a model, like I probably wouldn't even look, but because it's Nikki, obviously, like, I'm gonna look. Back to what's inside of the bag. You also get a Too Faced sketch marker. I already swatched this on my Snapchat, but it seems really nice, but it is more of like a glossy finish, which isn't my favorite, but I'm definitely going to try it out today. It also comes with this glitter, which is kind of multi-toned. It has some gold tones and some silver tones, so I will be trying this today as well. As you can probably notice, I have some like weirdness going on my face already. I've already done some color correcting and some blemish concealing. I'm finishing up a tutorial on how to cover blemishes, so that should be up probably before you'll see this video, if not after, so go check that out. I just figured I would save time and go ahead and get that done, as well as usual. I always have my brows done just because it takes so long. I actually used my Too Faced Hangover RX primer to prime today, and then I went in with my Dr. Brandt Pores No More primer in the T-zone area just to cover pores like I typically do. So to prime my eyelids, I usually use my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. It's my favorite way to prime, but since this one comes with its own primer, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance that it comes with. I'm just going to put it on with my fingers. And to set this base, I'm going to take the palette and I'm going to take the shade Ivy, which is named after her dog. Like, that just takes, really. Watch me on Snapchat, you know I'm like the biggest ridiculous dog mom ever, so I just think that's so cute. But I'm going to take this light shade, it's a matte, and I'm going to set that base. And I'm using these new Spectrum brushes that my niece got me for my birthday. I'll show you more of them in a second, but they are so pretty. They have a teal base, which is one of my favorite colors. It also has rose gold metal on it, which is my thing too. And the bristles are like lavender up into like this beautiful like purple. I just love it. Thank you, Vanessa. And for my transition shade today, I'm taking the palette again and I'm taking the shade Painkiller. Can you see the ring light in my eyeballs? Do I look like so fancy and legit now? I am building this up a little bit. It's not super dark, which is kind of the point. I get that. Now that we have a little bit of color into the crease, I'm going to take the shade Makeup and Chill, which is the dark brown matte shade in the palette. And I'm taking this on a MAC 217. The brush I used for the transition shade was the Morphe MB23. To be a little bit more precise, I'm taking this pointed, fluffier crease brush. This is a Sigma E45, and I'm taking more of Makeup and Chill, so I can use that point to really define the crease. I'm taking that Morphe brush, the same one we used with Painkiller, just to buff that out. Okay, so now that we have those colors laid down, I'm going to take the Shadow Insurance again. I typically use the MAC 24 Hour Extended Eye Base before I apply metallic shadows. Because I have hooded lids, if I put something shimmery or metallic here, whenever I open my eyes, it transfers up into the matte crease area. I don't believe this is going to prevent that from happening. I want to give it a decent run, so that's what we're going to be doing today. So I will apply that base, and once it's tacky, I'm going to go in to the outer part of this bare lid with Wham Bam, which is this beautiful purple shade. I was most excited about using this, but I also really want to work in some of that gold as well. I really just want to really test out these shadows, so I'm trying to work in as many as I can, so hopefully the look turns out decent. It looked super pigmented in Nikki's video when she used it, so I have very high hopes for this. It looks super metallic. I did not use a setting spray. And for the inner portion of that lid, I'm taking the shade Irresistible, which is this metallic gold. I'm going to add a little bit more of that base because it dried because I was talking. Whoa. That is intense AF. Whoa. I was not expecting that. More like a glitter almost. I can tell it's going to transfer really bad onto my crease. But that is not the product's fault. That is my hooded eyes fault. And to mix those two shades, I'm taking the brush with that purple shade on it. And I'm just going to kind of buff around and tap onto the edges. I am going to put some setting spray on my brush with more of this gold shade, just because it's kind of like a glitter. Like, it's very grainy, so I want to maybe see if I can make it a little bit more metallic and not move around so much. Yeah, that's what I want. I'm going to try it with a wet brush straight ahead this time. That is nice. I typically wet my brushes anyway, so it's nothing, that's nothing, you know, to say anything bad about the shadows. God, I love that purple. I highly, highly, highly recommend using this shade wet. Otherwise, it just looks a little bit too glittery and grainy. And I know we have a lot going on, but I'm really just trying to test all this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a wing liner using this sketch marker by Too Faced. I have to be super close to the mirror for this, so I never really did this on camera. I hate doing my eyeliner with like felt tip pens. I really like the Kat Von D True Blue liner because it's more of a brush and it kind of has a give to it. So with ones like this, I pretty much just put like a sloppy wing. Only the top has to be precise because the bottom we can kind of fix. I'm just taking a makeup wipe and a little tiny flat brush, and I'm getting the solution. I just don't have like a bottle of makeup remover. I don't use makeup remover. I'm gonna use that to clean this up. Okay, so now I'm going to do my face. I'm going to kind of fast forward everything and list all the products. I'm going to go ahead and do my kind of foundation and concealing routine that I typically do. Set it with powder, and then I'll come back and use the blush, the bronzer, and finish up the eyes. Face is set. The next step for me is typically bronzer. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take one of my little Spectrum brushes. I'm going to take Chocolate Soleil. Hit this giant forehead. I forgot to finish the process to cover up this pimple before I did everything, so it's just gonna be here. That's fine. I'm liking applying my highlight before blush, so I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Champagne Truffle. I like a really intense highlight. I'm not sure this is going to be that. Okay. It is metallic. It's just not like, it's just different from highlights that I've used before. And I like it. Stop. I mean, I lied about the whole metallic thing. It just didn't seem metallic when I was putting it on. But it's really smooth. And for the blush, we're just going to do a little mixaroo. I really like that a lot. And obviously I'm going to throw on my big beard right now. To finish up the lower lash line, I'm going to take kind of the same shades we used in the crease. I'm going to take Painkiller, and then I'm going to take Makeup and Chill to deepen the outer corner. I really like this color on the lower lash line, for sure. So I'm also going to use our little fancy glitter, and I'm going to use it with the Too Faced glitter glue. I love using this for glitter, so I'm going to apply some just at one eye at a time because I'm going to put the glitter on top while the base is still wet. And I'm going to tap this right on the inner corner. I don't think it necessarily goes with the look that I'm doing, but it is so fucking gorgeous I don't even care. That is a pretty ass glitter. And now I'm taking our Too Faced Better Than Sex Purple Mascara. So I'm going to go ahead and add on some false lashes, and I will be right back. So all I've done off camera is just add my lashes and tight lined. The lashes I'm using are the Koko lashes in the style Queen Bee, which are one of my absolute favorite, and then I tight lined with the Wet n Wild gel liner. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and dust off our big beard. And And for lips, I'm using Cookie by ColourPop. This is just one of their matte lippies. I'm going to kind of mute it out with Flesh Pot by MAC. With really dramatic looks, and especially when I use purple, I just really like to use a super nude. Set my face with a little bit of all-nighter. I usually always set my face before I add any mascara to my lower lashes, so I'm going to be really careful right now. I'm just going to set my brows with a clear brow gel. This is just a like clear mascara from Maybelline. So I'm actually really excited to say that I am very happy with the entire collection pretty much. I loved a lot of the shadows. Obviously I haven't tried all of them, but the Ivy shade seemed to do its job. The Painkiller shade had to be built up a little bit, but that's kind of the point. The transition shade is supposed to be just a tiny bit of color, so that was fine. Makeup and Chill had to be built up a little bit as well, but sometimes that's a good thing. I absolutely loved that purple shade. It reminded me a lot of the one in one of the Anastasia palettes. I'll list the name of it here, but this one, it was a lot better. The gold was a very odd texture. It was very grainy, more like a glitter to me, but once you sprayed some Fix Plus on it on a brush, absolutely gorgeous. And the two blushes I mixed together, and I really like the combination. The bronzer was absolutely perfect, and I've used this a million times already. And I actually was super impressed with the highlight as well. I like the highlight a lot. It just kind of seemed subdued at first, but then it was just like... The sketch liner is absolutely great for what it is. If you like a kind of glossier finish, felt tip liner pen, this is amazing. I don't think this liner is going to budge at all. It just kind of seemed to set very well. I did like that a lot about it. It was easy to use. It's just not my preferred method, so I'm not used to it. The Too Faced Shadow Insurance seemed to do its job. Obviously, I've only been wearing this makeup for however long. The glitter I am in love with. It is called Glitterly. Nikki Tutorials said that that's actually how she said glitter. Now I can't say it. Glitterly? Glittery. What? Glittery. Glittery. She would say glitterly because she's Dutch. So that's why they called this glitter that. Now I can't say it right. What? But I actually really love it. It's kind of like multi-tone, and the Better Than Sex mascara, you can notice that it's purple, especially since I have the purple in the upper lash line. It's really helping it to pop, but it is very, very pretty. I think a lot of people will be able to use this. It's not like neon, but so it's very wearable. So I'm very happy to announce that I will be keeping the other collection and adding it for a giveaway for when I hit 1,000 subscribers. So here is the collection that somebody will be winning in the future. So yes, tell your friends, tell them to subscribe, and once I get to 1,000 subscribers, we will do a giveaway. But that's everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I want to thank all my current subscribers. You guys are so awesome, and I appreciate talking to you all the time. Definitely follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook if you're into that. I haven't got on Twitter yet just because I don't have a good reason. Again, forgive me if the lighting or background or whatever is off. This is just kind of a test run. I literally just moved my entire beauty room into another room and got good lighting in like one day. So just give me a little bit of time. But thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Okay guys, so it is about 5 hours later. I wanted to do something a little different. The power of makeup was kind of started by a challenge that Nikki Tutorials did. She basically just did half of her face with makeup and then left the other bare, just to really show what the power of makeup is. It just really shows the way that makeup can really enhance the features that you like about yourself, and maybe just kind of put the features you don't like as much in the background a little bit. So obviously, since I did a full tutorial, my full face is done, but it was about 5 hours later. I was watching a movie and just decided that I should probably come on here and wipe half of my face off. So the biggest kind of game changer for me is definitely going to be like my concealer and my foundation. I really have an issue with picking at my skin. So I create a lot of redness, scabs sometimes. Right now I have an angry pimple, which is pretty obvious. So yeah, we're gonna start by taking off our foundation. Right now I'm wiping off my bronzer on my forehead that I really enjoy because I have a freaking big old forehead that I don't like. This is a active pimple. This is a previous pimple. My scars always last so long on my face. And then under eye concealer is like my favorite thing ever. It just really makes you look awake and alive and just lifted and great. I don't get as much sleep as I used to these days, so my skin is definitely paying for it. I always have under eye circles now. I've been eating really badly too. I always have a lot of redness around my nose, mostly because I pick at my face. I have smaller lips, so I like to do a lot of highlight on the top of the lip. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe off my brows. I love filling in my brows. My brows are very uneven and they just aren't like a great shape. Mostly they're just very uneven, so I have to fill them in. I don't think anybody is blessed with lashes this amazing, so I'm gonna go ahead and just rip these off. And then all of this, you know, is just jazziness, face jazziness. Let's just take this off. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the power of makeup. Our contour, which makes our face look nice and sculpted and not like we haven't gained like 5 pounds in the last 3 weeks. I'm sweating already. I need deodorant immediately. Oh, I've already thought about every. The only thing I have eaten that seemed, oh my god, you have a really pretty glittery called glitter, no, and it comes with a super glitter, what the fuck am I saying? There's a little bit of like gold and shimmery, what the fuck am I saying? It also comes with this. Am I fucking out of the fucking concealer too? Of course I am. I just didn't sugarcoat it. The Too Faced shadow.